Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning to all our people here in the stands. Good morning to everyone tuning in online. It's our final day here at the North American International Livestock Exhibition. Be finishing our shows today. Of course, it's Jersey Cow Day, always exciting. Got our judges here. Before we kick off our day and bring the cattle in the ring, we're going to turn it over to Dwayne Cardy. And please rise and remove your headwear. We'll have our national anthem. Thank you, Dwayne. It's a rousing way to start the morning. We're sure excited to get things kicked off here this morning. We've got our judges Crollo and Fisher over in our Jersey ring, walking down the center, ready to go. So when we're ready for those winter milking yearlings, they can enter the ring. And over in our Ayrshire ring, our judge Nate Goldenberg is ready and raring to go. We'll bring those summer calves into the ring. Start our day. So good morning and welcome back to day 2 of the All-American Jersey Show. Yesterday, we watched 235 heifers parade through the ring for our judges, showcasing some of the finest young jerseys in the nation. In the afternoon, we turned our attention to the young cows in the National Jersey Jug Futurity, where 21 outstanding entries competed for the coveted jug title. Today, our show begins with the milking winter yearling class. What a fitting way to start the day. These beautiful young cows are a perfect example of the reproductive efficiency and productivity that make the Jersey breed truly exceptional. So sit back, relax, and enjoy one of the premier Jersey cow shows in the world right here in Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. Don't forget, if you have friends and family watching from home, they can join us live by visiting the North American International Livestock Exposition's website at www.livestockexpo.org and selecting the Freedom Hall West Ring for streaming video of today's show. You can also follow along with the program, the show catalog, posted at usjersey.com. The All-American Jersey Show is a championship show. The first place animal in each class is designated by the American Jersey Cattle Association as the All-American of its age group for 2025. The second place entry earns Reserve All-American honors. Custom designed sashes will be presented to the owners of these animals during today's show, and the winners will be recognized in the January printed issue of the Jersey Journal, the official publication of the American Jersey Cattle Association and National All Jersey. Placings in all classes are being posted as the show progresses on the U.S. Jersey website, Jersey Journal Facebook page, and usjerseyjournal.com. We also want to extend our appreciation to our media partners, Cosmopolitan and Dairy Agenda Today, for their excellent coverage and support of the Jersey shows here in Freedom Hall. Attention Ayrshire exhibitors, our summer calf class is fairly small. We need your spring calves headed to ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, our summer calf class is not real big. Let's have those spring calves to the makeup area. Also, Jersey exhibitors, as you may know, our milking winter yearling class is not the biggest, so we'll need our milking fall yearlings to ringside as well. Attention Jersey exhibitors, we need your milking yearlings at ringside. Jersey show exhibitors, we need your milking yearlings at ringside. Our milking winter yearling class is quite small. We need those milking yearlings at the ring. In the Ayrshire ring, Judge Goldenberg is making his final lineup in our summer calf class. We need those spring calves at ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, your spring calves should be at ringside. Attention Jersey exhibitors, judges made his first line up in our milking winter yearling class. We need those milking fall yearlings at ringside. Jersey exhibitors, your milking fall yearlings should be at ringside. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire show, Judge Goldenberg has completed his placing in our summer calf class. Second in the class is entry number 12, England, Are You Dialed In? And exhibited by Peyton Wright of DeKalb Junction, New York. Winning the class is entry number 10, D.A.R. Locken Nalani, exhibited by Mallory Carson and Gabe Elliott and Alex Bland of Bloomington, Indiana. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our first heifer class of the day.
Good morning, everyone. I'm starting this class with the youngest heifer. I think she just has so much more femininity throughout, a longer head and neck, a longer extension of the head and neck, and you like the way she blends in her parts from her neck to her shoulders, to her ribs, to her rump, and walking on a very nice, clean bone leg, and that's what gets her over the second place calf. Second over third, a little fuller through the crops, a little bit more strength throughout, a heifer that's deeper in her fore as well as rear rib. Third over fourth, just sharper throughout, thinner through the thigh, a little more open in the rib structure. Then we come to this great big heifer. Needs a little bit more time to thin down, walking on a better set, feet and legs, especially the feet part. And this red heifer to round the class out, a very nice, solid heifer, just needs to lose some weight.
Congratulations to the winner of our summer calf class in our Southern National Ayrshire show. She's entry number 10, D.A.R. Locken Nalani, exhibited by Mallory Carson and Gabe Elliott and Alex Bland of Bloomington, Indiana. Second in the class, entry number 12, England, Are You Dialed In, exhibited by Peyton Wright of DeKalb Junction, New York. Third in the class, entry number 11, Hardy Farm Wildcard Vanilla, exhibited by Caitlin Small and Zach, Tarek, Tony, and Tyler Woodman of Huntington, Massachusetts. Fourth in the class, entry number 5, Baker's Fashion Peach, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. And fifth, entry number 9, Haiti Klein's Melio's Caramel Corn, exhibited by the Klein family and Birchland Farms of Milton, Indiana. Now in the ring, in our Ayrshire show, is our spring heifer calf class. And in our All-American Jersey show, Judge Corlo has completed his placing, and in our Milking Winter Yearling class, second in the class, she's our reserve All-American Milking Winter Yearling, is entry number 333. M.M. Ferdinand Taboo, exhibited by Jim and Valerie Sprang and Ackley Holsteins of East Liberty, Ohio. Winning the class, our All-American Milking Winter Yearling is entry number 328. She also wins the Bread Known Award. Graybill Lo La 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 Adeline, exhibited by Carla and Riker Kilgus and Ethan Graybill of Fairbury, Illinois. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our first class of the day in our All-American Jersey show.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the All-American. What a fun way to start out the morning, our milk and winter yearlings, and a really, really nice class here to start out our day. And I think with that, we have a handy winner in this class, a cow that just kind of puts it all together in her frame. She's so long from end to end. She's got a beautiful dairy head and neck. She shows me tremendous breed quality up through that head. And then you get back to the business end of this cow. What a beautiful, snug, attached udder. A udder that's high and wide in her rear. You love the definition of seam, the quality she carries all the way through it. And I did make her best udder in a close placing over our second cow. I feel she's just a little longer, a little smoother right in that fore udder attachment right into the body wall today than another beautiful, beautiful uddered cow that follows here in second. Oh, a cow in second, over to cow in third today, just on that overall dairiness. She's a little bit more ready today. She's a little bit more open, a little cleaner all the way throughout. I think in 30 days, I'd love to see this third cow again, a cow that's just recently fresh, but you love the attachments of udder. You love the veination she carries all the way throughout. Just not the dairiness and silkiness to move the first two spots today, but a beautiful, beautiful cow in her own right. It is the advantage she carries in her fore udder today. She shows me a little bit more quality. It's a little snugger right at the fore udder attachment today than the really beautiful frame long dairy cow that follows here in fourth. The cow in fourth, just a tremendous frame. She's long, she's clean. You love the style she has. It is that length of her frame, and then when you get back behind these cows, shows me a little bit more definition of seam than another really long frame cow that comes along here in fifth. Fifth over six, just a little leveler on the udder floor. I prefer the teat size, shape, and placement as well on that long frame cow than this really silky dairy cow that follows along next. But a beautiful class from top to bottom with a handy winner. Congratulations.
We'd like to thank Elmhurst Jerseys of Waynesville, Ohio for being the sponsor of our class awards in our Milking Winter Yearling class. Winner in the class, she's also Best Udder. She's our All-American Milking Winter Yearling, is entry number 328, Graybill Lo La 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 Adeline, exhibited by Carla and Riker Kilgus, Kilgus Dairy, and Ethan Graybill of Fairbury, Illinois. Second in the class, our reserve All-American Milking Winter Yearling is entry number 333. M.M. Ferdinand Taboo, exhibited by Jim and Valerie Sprang and Ackley Holsteins of East Liberty, Ohio. Third in the class, entry 320, Esperanza Rebel, exhibited by Esperanza Cattle Company of Peterson, Minnesota. Fourth in the class, and in a correction from what I mentioned earlier, this is our Bread Known Award winner, Pacific Edge RVV Applesauce, exhibited by Joe and Sarah Rocha and Brent Rocha of Tillamook, Oregon. Fifth in the class to 331, Black Label Andreas Kenzie, exhibited by Garrett Boer, Libby Carpenter, and Allie Brooks of Earth, Texas. Sixth in the class, entry number 317, Oak Haven Video Test, exhibited by Grace Menching, Evangeline Reedman, Carter Elliott, and Oak Haven of Galloway, Ohio. And seventh in the class, entry 318, Ratliff Rock and Roll Ashley, exhibited by Ethan Marcoute of Greenville, Illinois. Now in the ring is our Milking Yearling class, thank you to Albright Jerseys of Willard, Ohio, for sponsoring the class awards. The winner of the Milking Yearling class receives the Henry Knoll Family Trophy, presented by the family of Henry P. Knoll of Sandia, Texas. In our Ayrshire show ring, our judges made his first lineup in our spring calf class. Ayrshire breeders, exhibitors, we need your winter calves at ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your winter calves to ringside. At this time, it's a good time to introduce our judge in our Southern National Ayrshire show, Nate Goldenberg. Nate started showing through 4-H and FFA and then went on to Oklahoma State University, receiving degrees in dairy science and a master's in nutrition. He started doing dairy nutrition in the 1980s in his milk cattle since he was 9 years old, having dairies in Oklahoma, Maryland, and Texas, selling his last one in 2017. Judging has taken him throughout the U.S. and internationally, where he's judged National Holstein, Red and White, Ayrshire, and Brown Swiss shows. Exhibiting and breeding is still a big part of his life with his family. They've had many All-American nominations in several breeds. Two highlights have been the International Cow of the Year in 2008, Derwin Miss Special Red, Excellent 94, who was Reserve Grand at World Dairy Expo in 2007, and Roblin Norwin Bermuda, Excellent 94, Reserve Grand at World Dairy Expo in 2022, and just recently here in 2025. She was All-American in 2022. Gold Fawn Farm has bred, owned, sold, and developed hundreds of cows that have gone on to win at every level, become All-Americans, and many that scored excellent. But his family is his greatest achievement, with 3 children and 4 grandchildren, who are all involved with Gold Fawn Farm. Welcome to Nate Goldenberg, our judge for our Southern National Ayrshire show. Ayrshire exhibitors, our judge is making his final lineup in our spring calf class. Your winter calves should be at the show ring. Ayrshire exhibitors, your winter calves should be at the show ring. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire show, Judge Goldberg has completed his placing in our spring calf class. Second in the class is entry number 21, Baker's Fashion Aerial, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. Winning the class is entry number 19, Martin Place, Reynolds, Georgia, exhibited by Megan Caruso of Gorham, Maine. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our spring calf class?
These March calves are good all the way down the line, but this heifer that wins this class puts the whole package together. She's got style, she's got balance, she's got middle, she's got strength, and she's walking on the best set of feet and legs today. She's a little sharper through the shoulder, tracking a little nicer on a clean bone. She's harder in the top, fuller in the crops than her second place heifer. Second over third is a heifer that just handles better on the move than our third place heifer. A heifer that's a little more level through the loin today, walking a little wider in a rear stance today. More fill, more spring to the rib than our third place heifer. Third over fourth, she's just sharper, more angular, cleaner through the thigh, a little cleaner in the bone, a little longer in her makeup than our fourth place heifer. Fourth over fifth, more natural width, more depth to fore and rear rib, more width through the rear end, through the floor of the chest as well. Fifth over sixth on style, balance, angularity, and sixth over seventh on openness throughout, a heifer that's a little bit stronger through the front end than this speckled heifer in seventh.
Congratulations to the winner, of our spring calf class. There were 12 spring calves exhibited in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Our winner was entry number 19, Martin Place, Reynolds, Georgia, exhibited by Megan Crusoe of Gorham, Maine. Second in the class, entry number 21, Baker's Fashion Ariel, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. Third in the class, entry number 27, Stellar Reynolds Zuma, exhibited by Stellar Genetics of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Fourth, entry number 32, J.L. Royal Ruby Stanley Beckett, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen of Seymour, Wisconsin. Fifth in the class, entry number 26, K.A.R. Walden B. Kissentel, exhibited by Alex and Riley Walden of Mode, Illinois. Sixth to entry number 15, SML Klein's Banshees Big Time, exhibited by the Klein family of Milton, Indiana. Seventh in the class, to entry number 28, Ms. Reagan Greta, exhibited by Nevea, Emmett, Ty, Reese, and Tatum Chupp of Enola, Oklahoma. Eighth in the class, to entry number 16, Benter Rushmore Greta, exhibited by Tillman Peters of Danville, Indiana. Ninth in the class, to entry number 20, Still Dreamin' GB Chastise, exhibited by Whitney Urena and Diesel Dixon of Phillipsburg, Missouri. And 10th, to entry number 17, Mile High A Prodigy, exhibited by Gage Garrity of Granville, New York. Now entering the ring is our winter calf class. Attention Jersey breeders, our milking yearlings are in the ring. We need those junior 2-year-olds headed to ringside. Jersey exhibitors, we need our junior 2-year-olds at ringside. Now that we're into a good-sized class here in our All-American Jersey show, certainly want to reintroduce our judges. They did place 235 heifers yesterday in our All-American Jersey Heifer shows. They're suitably warmed up today for the cow show. While this marks his first time officiating in the Jersey ring at the All-American Jersey shows, Ryan Crollo is a seasoned and highly sought-after dairy cattle judge both across the United States and internationally. In fact, in January, he will travel to Australia to serve as the official judge of the Jersey show at International Dairy Week. Ryan and his wife Haley reside in Poynette, Wisconsin with their 4 children, Kelly, Conway, Cooper, and Case. Together, they operate under the Hammer Time prefix on their 40-acre farmette, where they manage a small but elite string of 8 to 10 show heifers each year. Over the past 12 years, their focused breeding program has produced numerous All-American nominations, a testament to their eye for quality and commitment to excellence. In addition to their breeding program, Ryan is the founder of Hammer Time Auctions, a registered dairy cattle auction service that has already sold multiple All-American nominees in just its first 3 years. He also farms in partnership with his father-in-law at Melview Holsteins. Ryan brings over 2 decades of professional experience in the dairy industry. He spent 20 years as a professional dairy cattle fitter and the past 5 as a hoof trimmer, preparing 17 grand champions at World Dairy Expo and 10 grand champions at the Royal Winter Fair. His expertise has taken him around the globe, working with elite cattle in Canada, England, Germany, Italy, Sweden, Switzerland, and Mexico. His judging resume is equally impressive. Ryan served as the official judge of the 2024 International Jersey Show at World Dairy Expo, after previously serving as the associate judge for the 2022 International Jersey Show and the 2017 International Junior Holstein Show. He's judged at major events across the country, including the All-American Dairy Show, Midwest National Spring Show, Holstein Show, and the Southern National Holstein and Jersey Spring Shows, as well as numerous state, district, and county shows across the Midwest. Known for his sharp eye, professionalism, and lifelong passion for the dairy industry, Ryan Crollo continues to be a driving force in the show ring and beyond. Serving as associate judge for today's All-American Jersey show is Madison Fisher of Frostburg, Maryland. Madison operates Big Guns Cattle Company alongside his father, Scott Fisher. Together, they have built a program recognized across North America for its excellence in breeding and exhibiting elite show cattle. Over the years, Big Guns Cattle Company has bred and sold more than 25 All-American nominations and shown champions at many of the nation's most prestigious venues, including World Dairy Expo, the North American International Livestock Exposition, the All-American Dairy Show, and the New York Spring Show. Madison has also served as a judge at numerous local and state shows, earning respect for his keen eye and deep understanding of dairy cattle. This marks his first appearance on the green shavings for the All-American Jersey shows. Among his many accomplishments, Madison is perhaps best known as the breeder and exhibitor of Big Guns Jamaica Vanilla Excellent 95, a name synonymous with Jersey breed excellence. Vanilla was the grand champion of the International Junior Jersey Show, reserve senior champion at the Royal Winter Fair, and has become quite the brood cow. Her legacy continues through her daughters, granddaughters, and great-granddaughters, many of whom have earned All-American and Reserve All-American honors in their own right. Please welcome our judges, Ryan Crollo and Madison Fisher. Give these gentlemen a warm round of applause. Jersey exhibitors, our judges make their first lineup. In our milking yearling class, we need those junior 2-year-olds at ringside. Jersey exhibitors, we need junior 2-year-olds at ringside. And Ayrshire exhibitors, our winter calves are in the ring. We need your fall calves to the makeup area. Ayrshire exhibitors, your fall calves should be in the makeup area. Attention Ayrshire breeders, our judges made his first lineup in our winter calf class. Your fall calves should be at ringside. Ayrshire breeders, your fall calves should be in the makeup area. Jersey exhibitors, our judges made a second lineup in our milking yearling class. Your junior 2-year-olds should be at the ring. Jersey Show exhibitors, your junior 2-year-olds should be at the ring. We'd like to ask for a representative of the Canali family to come to the presentation area. In our All-American Jersey show, Judge Corlos completed his placing in our milking yearling class. Second in the class, winning the Bred and Owned Award, she's our reserve All-American milking yearling in his entry 371, Ratliff Rock and Roll Denim, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Winning the class, the All-American Milking Yearling in his entry number 362, Cupid Video Kiss Cam, exhibited by River Valley Farm of Tremont, Illinois. Congratulations. Ryan, your thoughts on our Milking Yearling class?
Well, what an exceptional milk and yearling class. We got a lot of different shapes and sizes in here, but I think particularly these three on the top end kind of sorted for me and Madison today fairly handily. And I think these first three are just exceptional in different ways. But for me today, the longer this cow was in here, especially when we got him in the line, kind of sorted to the top for me. A cow that's so silky, so angular and dairy. She's got so much spring and openness through her midsection today. And I also did make her the best udder. I feel she shows me a little bit more definition of seam right up the bottom of that rear udder today. And when you get them side by side, she's just a little wider right at the top of that rear udder attachment than this super balanced cow that follows here in second. This cow in second, what a no-holes kind of a cow that's so hard top. She's got so much width, power, strength from her muzzle all the way back, carries that all the way through her barrel and all the way through those hooks and pins today. But when you get these cows side by side, she's a little tighter, a little snugger right at the top of that rear udder attachment today. And I prefer where the teats sit right underneath the quarters just a little bit nicer than this super silky, stylish cow that follows here in third. This cow in third, what a presence when this cow is out parading about the ring. She's so long from end to end, so much style and balance all the way throughout, but just doesn't have that definition of seam to move into the top two spots for me today, but an exceptional cow in her own right. For me today, she goes over the cow in fourth, shows me just a little bit more turn right at that rear udder today, and she shows me a little bit more quality, a little bit more texture all the way through her fore udder attachment today than this super stylish cow and comes along here in fourth. The cow in fourth over the cow in fifth. When you get right behind them, she just lists a little bit more balanced in the left or right side of her rear quartering today than another really stylish wide rear uddered cow that follows here in fifth. The cow in fifth over to cow in sixth. I really like this cow. Cow in sixth, I think she's got a bright future. Just a little bit more immature, not showing me quite as much venation and quality all the way throughout her udder today as a cow above her, but I think a cow with an exceptional future. A beautiful class from top to bottom, and I think we had three that sorted really well at the top end. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our Jersey exhibitors, and thank you once again to Albright Jerseys of Willard, Ohio for being our class award sponsor. Winning the class, she's Best Udder, and she's our All-American Milking Yearling. She wins the Henry P. Cannoli Family Trophy, presented by the family of Henry Cannoli of Sandia, Texas. She's entry number 362, Cupid Video Kiss Cam, exhibited by River Valley Farm of Tremont, Illinois. Second in the class, winning the Bred and Owned Award, a Reserve All-American Milking Yearling, is entry number 371, Ratliff Rock and Roll Denim, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Third in the class, entry 343, Pacific Edge Video Blossom, exhibited by Pacific Edge Syndicate and Hank Van Axel, Cloverdale, Oregon. Fourth, entry 367, Pacific Edge Premier du Jour, exhibited by Brent Rocha of Tillamook, Oregon. Fifth, to entry 351, Pacific Edge RVV Lucky Strike, exhibited by Joey Rocha of Tillamook, Oregon. Sixth in the class, to entry 342, Locust Air Victorious Hot Sauce, exhibited by Caitlin Dowling of Taneytown, Maryland. Seventh in the class, to entry 373, Carter's Corners Ferdinand Amber, exhibited by Kiteling Core, Frank and Diane Borba, Jackson Powers of Salvisa, Kentucky. Eighth in the class, to entry 358, Hawk Pond Fergie Rocks Sea Club, exhibited by Kilgus Dairy and Carla Camber and Riker Kilgus of Fairbury, Illinois. Ninth in the class, to enter 375, Spats MPH Joel Champagne, exhibited by Patrick Gorley and Isaac Verdugo of Portland, Oregon. And 10th in the class, to entry 376, JC Lo La 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 Vision, exhibited by Jesse and Chelsea Raymer of Elkhart, Indiana. Now entering the ring in our All-American Jersey show is our junior 2-year-old class. Thank you to the Jordan Group of Chicago, Illinois for providing the sponsorship for our class awards in our junior 2-year-old class. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldberg's completed his placing in our winter calf class. Second in the class, entry number 34, Lywood Air Reynolds Glamour, exhibited by Emily Good of Liberty, Kentucky. Winning the class is entry number 47, Bricker Farms King Cadence, exhibited by Bailey and Tate Comar of Heisville, Kentucky. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our winter calf class.
Bring her around this way. Other way. I'm starting this class with this red heifer. She's just the most extreme heifer for me in the class. She's extremely long, yet she's got that style and balance and openness throughout. She's walking on a really nice set of feet and legs, but it's that extreme length and that beautiful width of rump and that high chine that gets her to the top of this class. Not taking anything away from this second place heifer. This second place heifer is pure style all the way through. She's sharp and she's angular. She's got a good clean bone, and it's that angularity and that sharpness throughout today and that levelness through the top that gets her over this third place heifer today. Second place heifer is also walking on a nicer set of feet and legs than our third place heifer. Third over fourth on basically breed character, a heifer that's got more drop to her rib today, both fore and rear rib, walking a little wider in her stance than our fourth place heifer. Fourth over fifth, heifer that just has a lot of style and balance, a heifer that's longer in her side, a heifer that's also cleaner throughout the head and neck area, a little longer through the head and neck area than our fifth place heifer. Fifth over sixth is on style, walking on a better set of feet and legs, cleaner thigh, flatter bone kind of heifer, maybe a little bit more open in the rib as well. Congratulations.
There were 16 winter calves exhibited in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Congratulations to our winner, entry number 47, Bricker Farms King Cadence, exhibited by Bailey and Tate Comer of Heisville, Kentucky. Second in the class, to entry number 34, Lywood Air Reynolds Glamour, exhibited by Emily Good of Liberty, Kentucky. Third in the class, to entry number 52, Old Bankston J.C. Boot Scootin', exhibit by Eden and Dayton Richter of Stitzer, Wisconsin. Fourth, to entry 54, Bring 'em Out Reynolds Jingles, exhibited by Ann Laram and Tammy Vagley of Arlington, Wisconsin. Fifth in the class, to entry number 55, Arthur Akers Jen Beast Afton, exhibited by Daniela Hosking of New Berlin, New York. Sixth, to entry 33, Cimarron Valley J. Moana, exhibited by Cimarron Valley Farm of Tryon, Oklahoma. Seventh in the class, to number 46, Myline RC Get Chills, exhibited by Justin Fox of Atwater, Ohio. Eighth, to entry 41, Twin County Reynolds Beauty, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland. Ninth in the class, to entry number 38, Blackstone Wings Whisper, exhibited by Brantley Baker, Huntington, Indiana. And 10th, to entry number 39, Cimarron Valley GB Makin' Memes, exhibited by Cimarron Valley Farm and MJ Genetics of Tryon, Oklahoma. Now entering the ring in our Ayrshire show is our fall calf class. Attention Jersey exhibitors, our summer junior 2-year-olds are in the ring. We need those junior 2-year-olds to ringside. Once again, Jersey exhibitors, we need those junior 2-year-olds making their way to ringside. Attention Ayrshire exhibitors. Our judge is making his first lineup in our fall heifer calf class. We need those summer yearlings to ringside. Ayrshire show exhibitors, your summer yearlings should be in the makeup area. Attention Jersey Show exhibitors, our judge is making his first lineup in our summer junior 2-year-old class. We need your junior 2-year-olds at ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, we need your junior 2-year-olds to the ring. And over in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldenberger has completed his placings in our fall calf class. Second in the class is entry number 73, Shocking Reagan's Ace, exhibited by Shocking Genetics, Katie Schultz and Jeff McKissick of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Winning the class is entry number 61, Good View Dynamic Gala, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen of Seymour, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our fall calf class?
Well, my thoughts are this. I think this heifer wins this class quite easily. I like her through the front end so much better. I like the way she blends from her neck to her shoulder and has so much more breed character throughout than her second place heifer. She's also tracking on a much better set of feet and legs. She's cleaner in the bone and she's freer moving than our second place heifer. Our second place heifer over our third place heifer is so much better through the rump structure, thorough, more correctly placed, a heifer that's walking on a straighter set of feet and legs than our third place heifer. Third over fourth on beautiful dairyness through that front end. She's cleaner in her bone. She's also dairier and longer necked, sharper probably a little bit in her shoulder and thinner through her thigh. Fourth over fifth is a heifer that has a lot of power throughout. She's got more natural width through the floor of her chest as well as her rump and through her muzzle as well. We follow with this red heifer, and the heifer's got just so much more openness of rib than this next heifer in the class.
There were 12 fall calves exhibited in our Ayrshire show. Our winner was entry number 61, Good View Dynamic Gala, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen of Seymour, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 73, Shocking Reagan's Ace, exhibited by Shocking Genetics, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Third in the class, entry 69, AJH Play Me a Song, exhibited by Tom, Sarah, Caleb, Cole, and Carter Cruzy, Brock and Bo Morris of Dyersville, Iowa. Fourth in the class, entry number 71, Lendl R. Poppy, exhibited by Candace Collada of Thurmont, Maryland. Fifth, entry number 66, Tifa Gentle Beast Chardonnay, exhibited by Noah Utterback of Jefferson, Maryland. Sixth in the class to number 63, Emerald Farms Sweet Reese Cup, exhibited by Cassidy Taylor, Corey, and Cody Jodry of Winchester, Ohio. 7 to number 72, Stein Ridge Dynamic Mallory, exhibited by Braxton and Easton Steinlage of Lawler, Iowa. Eighth in the class, to entry 75, Mill Valley and Klein Reagan Faithful P, exhibited by John Grywey and Brian Klein of Sydney, Ohio. Ninth to entry number 64, Mile High G-Beast Demi, exhibited by Morgan Holcomb of Friendship, New York. And 10th in the class, to entry number 77, Redwood Auto Strawberry, exhibited by Megan Caruso of Gorham, Maine. Now entering the ring in our Ayrshire show is our summer yearling class. Ayrshire exhibitors, our classes get a little smaller now. We need your spring yearlings headed to ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your spring yearlings to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, judges making it a second lineup in our summer junior 2-year-old class. Your junior 2-year-olds should be at the ring. Jersey Show exhibitors, your junior 2-year-olds should be ringside. Attention Ayrshire exhibitors, judges making his first lineup in our summer yearling class. We need those spring yearlings at ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your spring yearlings in the makeup area. In our All-American Jersey show, Judge Curlow has completed his placings in our summer junior 2-year-old class. We'd like to thank the Jordan Group of Chicago, Illinois, once again for sponsoring our class awards. Second in the class, our reserve All-American Summer Junior 2-year-old is entry number 409, NJTHK Joel Vicky, exhibited by Mortimer Jerseys and Winchop Jerseys of Smithfield, Utah. Winning the class, she also wins the Bread and Owned Award. She's our All-American Summer Junior 2-year-old, entry number 413, Dutch Hollow Grumpy Kid, exhibited by Cassandra Chittenden of Shodak Landing, New York. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our Summer Junior 2-year-old class?
Well, what a class of summer junior 2-year-olds from end to end. And I think we all know this cow ain't the biggest cow in this class, but for me today, she's handily the best cow. Cow is just flawless. The beautiful head and neck she has, the breed character she has, the strength and hardness to her top, the way she moves out on both front and rear feet and legs, and just the beautiful, beautiful quality mammary system. She goes over the cow in second today on that. She's just a little crisper all the way through her loin. She carries that when she's out on parade, just a little bit nicer. And then when you get back to the business end of these two cows, she's just a little longer, a little smoother right at that fore-udder attachment. She's a little leveler on the udder floor, and I prefer where the rear teats sit on the quartering just a little bit nicer than this beautiful, beautiful dairy cow that follows here in second. The cow in second over to cow in third. It is on that texture of udder. She shows me a little more venation, a little bit more quality all the way through her udder today. Shows me a little more definition right up the bottom of that udder today. And then when you get around the front of this pair of cows, she tracks so much straighter right on those front feet today than this beautiful, beautiful cow that follows, recently fresh cow that follows here in third. The cow in third, just 10 days out of being a milking yearling. A cow that's just fresh 3 weeks here, and I think a cow with a bright future. But just not quite the quality through her udder today to get in the top 2 spots. Third over fourth today, just a little crisper all the way through her loin. She's a little harder over top, and I also prefer the front teats just underneath that quarters, just a little bit nicer than this really wide rear-uddered high-style cow that follows here in fourth. The cow in fourth over to cow in fifth. When you get behind them, she carries that milk so much higher. She's a real fuller right at the top of that rear udder attachment than that really silky dairy cow that follows here in fifth. Fifth over six on that fore udder. She's longer and smoother about that fore udder attachment. Front teats are placed just a little nicer underneath her quartering, and she's a little stronger all the way through that chest, floor, and brisket today as well than another really silky dairy cow that follows along next. But a wonderful class of summer junior twos. Congratulations.
If we turn our attention over to our Southern National Ayrshire show, Judge Goldenberg's completed his placing in our summer yearling class. Second in the class, entry number 81, Milk and Air Auto Okie Dokie, exhibited by Milk and Air Dairy of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Winning the class is entry 9005, Kolaski Farms Reynolds Willow, exhibited by Emily Noyen of Bonduel, Wisconsin. Judge, your comments on our summer yearlings.
I'm starting this heifer with this heifer that just exudes quality throughout. She's so balanced. She's blending in her parts so well. She's so much deeper in her rib today, fore as well as rear rib, and more spring to her rib than our second place heifer. She's probably moving a little freer through her hock and her postern region, but I'm going to grant you that the second place heifer maybe has a little bit better leg structure than our first place heifer. But second over third, it's that leg structure, that's that power throughout. It's that width all the way throughout that she has, tracking wider on her fore as well as rear legs. A heifer that's deeper in her fore hard, more open in her rib structure. Third over fourth is overall rump structure as it is. Her thurls are more correctly placed. She's a little bit wider through the rump area. And a heifer that is definitely a little nicer through the tail head setting than our fourth place heifer. Fourth over fifth is on overall body capacity today. A heifer that's more open in her rib, more depth of fore as well as rear rib, and you love the sweep to the rib over this long extreme dairy heifer that we follow in the class.
There were 9 summer yearlings exhibited in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Our winner was entry number 9005, Kolaski Farms Reynolds Willow, exhibited by Emily Noyen of Bonduel, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 81, Milk and Air Auto Okie Dokie, exhibited by Milk and Air Dairy of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. Third in the class, entry number 85, Old and Lazy LL Michelob, exhibited by Peyton Calvert and Kayla Trustum of Cuba City, Wisconsin. Fourth, entry number 88, Ski Pal Reynolds Caribou, exhibited by Levi and Carly Plocker and Preston Sheets of Salem, Ohio. Fifth in the class, entry 89, Old Bankston R. Delilah, exhibited by Landon Copenhaver of Ephrata, Pennsylvania. Sixth to entry 86, Empty Pockets Cabernet, exhibited by Michael Maloney of North Bangor, New York. Seventh in the class to entry 83, Ski Pal Ringer Jewels, exhibited by Seth Rakicki of Mason City, Nebraska. Eighth in the class to entry 82, Hall's V Lane Reynolds Sunshine, exhibited by Blake Gryway of Sydney, Ohio. And ninth in the class to entry 84, Family Affair Jackpot Detonator, exhibited by Diesel Dixon of Conway, Missouri. Now entering the ring in our Ayrshire show is our spring yearling class. We also want to return to our All-American Jersey show, catch up on the placings from our summer junior 2-year-old class. There were 25 summer junior 2s exhibited. Winning the class, she was best udder. She was also won the Bread Owned Award. Our All-American Summer Junior 2-year-old was entry number 413, Dutch Hollow Grumpy Kid, exhibited by Cassandra Chittenden of Shodak Landing, New York. Second in the class was entry number 409, a reserve All-American Summer Junior 2-year-old was NJ THK Joel Vicky, exhibited by Mortimer Jerseys and Wintop Jerseys of Smithfield, Utah. Third in the class, entry 381, Zumba Can Club Rosanna, exhibited by David Koss and Ryder Daria of Peosta, Iowa. Fourth, entry 387, Red Dirt Choco Chip Jamie, exhibited by Red Dirt Genetics of Perkins, Oklahoma. Fifth, to entry number 385, Lawton's Comerica Tegan, exhibited by Ryan Lawton of Newark Valley, New York. Sixth in the class, to entry 419, Supreme View Joel Amazon, exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy, Tillamook, Oregon. Seventh in the class, to entry 411, KCJF VIP Caviar, exhibited by Frank and Diane Borba and Jackson Powers, Salvisa, Kentucky. Eighth in the class, entry 406, J5 Vic of Mortimer's, exhibited by Mortimer Jerseys of Smithfield, Utah. Ninth to entry 418, Chocolatier Kickstart, exhibited by Misty Meadow Dairy of Tillamook, Oregon. And 10th in the class, to entry 389, WFCC Lexi, exhibited by Reagan Jackson of Clearbrook, Virginia. Congratulations to all of our Jersey exhibitors. Now in the ring, in the All-American Jersey Show, is our junior 2-year-old class. Hill Acres jerseys, Tom and Amanda Aerosmith and family of Peach Bottom, Pennsylvania, provide the sponsorship for the junior 2-year-old cow class today. Mayfield Farms and Nursery of Athens, Tennessee also provides the ag business sponsorship for the junior 2-year-old class. We thank those sponsors, and if they want to send a representative to the ring for the class sponsorship presentation, of course we would love that. Ayrshire exhibitors, judges made his first lineup in our spring yearling class. We need those winter yearlings at ringside. Ayrshire exhibitors, we need your winter yearlings at ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, our junior 2-year-olds are in the ring. Please have your senior 2-year-olds headed to the makeup area. Attention Jersey Show exhibitors. Judge is making his first lineup, and in our junior 2-year-old class, we need those senior 2-year-olds to ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, your senior 2-year-olds should be in the makeup area. Over in our Southern National Ayrshire show, Judge Goldenberg has completed his placings in our spring yearling class. Second in the class is entry number 23, Glamour View Milos Blaine E, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland. Winning the class is entry number 96, Martin Place Jamaica Ginny, exhibited by Allie Landry of Gorham, Maine. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our spring yearlings.
This heifer that wins the class is so free moving on her feet and legs today. Plus, she's got that beautiful style and balance to go with it. She's a bit longer heifer. She's more stylish through her head and neck, traveling on a nicer set of feet and legs than our second place heifer, and nicer through that rump structure than our second place heifer. I'll grant our second place heifer is deeper in the forerib than our first place heifer, but not quite the quality of our first place heifer. Second over a third, a heifer that just is more balanced throughout, walking so much nicer on her rear legs today, more flexed through that hock and pastern than our third place heifer. Not taking anything away from this third place heifer, a massive heifer, great big deep made heifer. You just like to change her leg structure a bit over the top two heifers, but it's that overall mass throughout, that depth of fore and rear rib, that length throughout from head to tail, and that natural width throughout that gets her over this really young heifer, this May heifer out here, that's out here in fourth place. Fourth over fifth on overall style, openness of rib, cleanness of thigh, and again a heifer that's a bit cleaner in her hock, flatter in her bone than her fifth place heifer. Fifth place heifer over sixth place heifer, deeper through fore and rear rib, more open in her structure. A heifer that's a little thinner through her thigh and thinner through her hide as well.
There were 11 spring yearlings exhibited in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Our winner was entry number 96, Martin Place Jamaica Ginny, exhibited by Allie Landry of Gorham, Maine. Second in the class, entry number 23, Glamour View Melios Blaine E, exhibited by Glamour View, Yeager and Walton of Walkersville, Maryland. Third in the class, entry number 100, Top Glen Whimsical Thinking, exhibited by Tanner, Brennan, Marissa, and Logan Top of West Salem, Ohio. Fourth, entering 90, Reichdale, Vancouver, Eclipse, exhibited by Shaylin Reichert of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Fifth in the class, entry 102, Old and Lazy Wicked Phantom, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Sixth in the class, entry 103, Mill Valley Reagan Mallory, exhibited by Blake Grywe of Sydney, Ohio. Seventh, entry number 91, Klein's Players Rose, exhibited by the Klein family of Milton, Indiana. Eighth, entry number 93, Redwood Autograph Starstruck, exhibited by Benjamin Huey of Footville, Wisconsin. Ninth in the class, entry number 985, Sundad Cats Cassie Reynolds, exhibited by Austin Raymond of New Richmond, Wisconsin. And 10th in the class, entry 98, JSB Acres Alvin Velvet, exhibited by Jaston and Tegan Keller of Bloomington, Indiana. Now in the ring, in our Southern National Ayrshire show, is our winter yearling class. Over in our All-American Jersey show, we have our junior 2-year-olds in the ring. Jersey exhibitors, we need those senior 2-year-olds at ringside. Once again, Jersey show exhibitors, we need your senior 2-year-olds at ringside. We're in the heart of our cow classes here in our Jersey show. We do need to announce to our exhibitors that all animals in production classes are subject to ultrasound testing and milk sample testing pursuant to Kentucky law. In order to maintain the integrity of honest exhibition and presentation of dairy animals, NAILE will continue the testing program at this year's show. In all cow classes, the first and second place cows will be required to be tested. Additional animals may be randomly selected within class for testing. Our show officials will present testing cards during the lineup. Please take your cow and card to the examination area on the ramp at the back of the makeup area following your class. If she will be shown in a championship or group class, you may wait until after that has been completed. However, you need to tell the ultrasound clerk that you will be coming back after those classes or after you have taken photographs. All cows selected are to be examined before leaving the show ring and before they are milked out. Failure to follow these requirements will cause disqualification for all of the exhibitors' entries. Each breed association has a representative that will assist with escorting the cow and the leadsman to the examination area. So please be sure if you get a bright green card that you visit our ultrasound and milk testing area before your cow is milked out. In our All-American Jersey show, Judge Crollo has completed his placing in our junior 2-year-old class, second in the class, and winning the Brandon Award. She's our reserve All-American junior 2-year-old, entry number 423, Ratliff Wicked April, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Winning the class, she's our All-American Junior 2-year-old, entry number 429, Underground Fancies Fiji, exhibited by Isaac Foltz, Kiteley Core, and Frank and Diane Borba of North Collins, New York. Congratulations. Judge, your thoughts on our junior 2-year-old class?
Well, what a class of junior 2-year-olds. I think from top to bottom, the most impressive class I think we've had today by far. And I think this pair of cows today, this is exactly what kind of cows we're looking for. Again, not the biggest cow in the class by any stretch, but a cow that's just flawless. She blends so nice. She's so crisp over her top. A cow with just a perfect set of rear feet and legs. She walks so free, so straight, so precise on those hind feet and legs. Just really, really impressive when that cow is out on the move. Followed by a similarly made cow, a tremendously balanced cow. But for me today, the cow in first goes over the cow in second. I did make best there as well. She shows me just a little less quartering from front to rear, specifically on the right side of that cow's fore udder today. She shows me a little bit more texture and venation all the way through her udder today as well than the really similarly made balanced cow that follows here in second. The cow in second over the cow in third today. It's on that cleanliness, silkiness all the way throughout. She's a little bit more moderate sized about her frame. But when you get around the front of these cows, shows me a little more breed character all the way through it. She's a little bit more dairy through that head and neck down all the way through the brisket today than the really veiny uddered cow that follows here in third. The cow in third over the cow in fourth. When you get behind them, she carries that milk just a little higher right at the top of that rear udder attachment. Shows me a little bit more texture and venation all the way through her udder today as well than that really wide rear uddered cow that follows in fourth. Cow in fourth over the cow in fifth. She's a little leveler and hooks to pins. Tailhead sets down just a little bit nicer today, but shows me a little bit more definition of seam all the way up the bottom of that rear udder today than the really ultra silky dairy cow that follows here in fifth. The cow in fifth goes over to cow in sixth, just mainly on the levelness of udder floor. From front to rear, she's more level all the way throughout, and I also prefer the bone quality all the way down through her hock today than the really deep ribbed, the wide rear uddered cow that follows the long neck. Beautiful class from top to bottom with an exceptional pair on the top end. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of our Jersey exhibitors in our junior 2-year-old cow class. Once again, we'd like to thank Hill Acres Jerseys, Tom and Amanda Aerosmith and family of Peach Bottom, Pennsylvania, for sponsoring our class awards today. And also thank you to Mayfield Farms and Nursery of Athens, Tennessee, for being our ag business sponsor in our junior 2-year-old class. Winning the class, also named Best Udder, she's our All-American Junior 2-year-old, entry number 429, Underground Fancies Fiji, exhibited by Isaac Foltz, Kiteley Core, and Frank and Diane Borba of North Collins, New York. Second in the class, winning the Bred and Owned Award, our Reserve All-American Junior 2-year-old is entry number 423, Ratliff Wicked April, exhibited by Ron and Christy Ratliff of Garnett, Kansas. Third in the class, entry 442, Z-Class CC and Cranberry Juice, exhibited by Mason Zimba of Durhamville, New York. Fourth in the class, entry 437, KCJF Colton Curious, exhibited by Jackson Powers and Kiteley Core Jerseys of Salvisa, Kentucky. Fifth, to entry 430, Pacific Edge Famous Icon, exhibited by Joey Rocha of Tillamook, Oregon. Sixth in the class, to entry number 426, exhibited by Discovery's Victorious Jujuba, exhibited by Jacob, Kristen, Morgan, and Ava and Lane Kolodzinski of Beldenville, Wisconsin. Seventh in the class, entry 439, Red Dirt Kid Rock Alley, exhibited by Red Dirt Genetics, and Jake Teedy and Nathan Johnson, Parker, South Dakota. Eighth in the class, entry 433, Kilgus Victorious Rio, exhibited by Kilgus Dairy and Carla Camber and Riker Kilgus of Fairbury, Illinois. Ninth in the class, Gentry 441, Gold Star Gentry Sissy, exhibited by Avery, Lauren, Grace, and Claire Starr of Tulare, California. 10th in the class, Gentry 446, LC Victorious Jam, exhibited by Aaron and Sophie Leach of Linwood, Kansas. Now entering the ring in our All-American Jersey show is our senior 2-year-old class. Thank you to our class award sponsor, Dairy Agenda Today, in memory of Ronnie Moser. Over in our Southern National Ayrshire Show ring, Judge Goldenberg has completed his placings in our winter yearling class. Second in the class is entry number 60, Blue Spruce Auto Spice, exhibited by Caleb Cole, Carter Cruzy, Lynn Lee, and Cooper Schulte of Dyersville, Iowa. Winning the class is entry number 112, Old Bankston JC Boomerang, exhibited by Braxton Steinlage and the Rooster Brothers of Lawler, Iowa. Congratulations. Judge, your comments on our winter yearling class.
There just wasn't a heifer that came out here and say, hey, I win this class, but after analyzing and analyzing and analyzing these first 3 heifers, I've concluded that this heifer in first place is the most feminine, the most open in her rib structure, the nicest rumped heifer, and the freest moving heifer that we have out here. And it's that femininity and that dairiness throughout that gets her at the top of this class. You admire this second place heifer, you like the hardness atop, especially through the loin, you like the mass in her frame. You'd like to change her a bit in the rear legs. You'd like to push that thurl up, and it takes a little bit of style away from her. But it's that massive power and angularity throughout today. The fore-rib, the width of chest, the width of muzzle over this third place heifer and the hardness of top. Third over fourth, again, a heifer that's showing me more strength, length throughout, a heifer that's a little cleaner in her bone structure, a heifer that's a little deeper in her rear rib and rear flank than this heifer we have in fourth place. Fourth over fifth, just a little bit more massive, powerful heifer. I'm going to grant you our fifth place heifer is a little prettier through the head and neck, but it's that mass of the fourth place heifer that gets her over this fifth place heifer today.
There were 9 winter yearlings exhibited in our Southern National Ayrshire show. Our winner was entry number 112, Old Bankston JC Boomerang, exhibited by Braxton Steinlage and Brewster Brothers of Lawler, Iowa. Second in the class to entry number 60, Blue Spruce Auto Spice, exhibited by Caleb Cole and Carter Cruzy, Lynn Lee and Cooper Schulte of Dyersville, Iowa. Third, to entry 113, Olmstar DB Scintillate, exhibited by Savannah Semrad of Crescent, Oklahoma. Fourth in the class, to entry 107, Klein's DDD's Dream, exhibited by the Klein family of Milton, Indiana. Fifth, to entry 114, Grandview Calamero Astray, exhibited by Stellar Genetics of Harrodsburg, Kentucky. Sixth, to entry 106, Locust Spring PV Tease Me, exhibited by Hallie Simpson and Andrea Everhart of Belmont, Ohio. Seventh in the class, to entry 109, Cimarron Valley Our Mama's Girl, exhibited by Cimarron Valley Farm and MJ Genetics of Tryon, Oklahoma. Eighth in the class, to entry 115, Grandview Double Duty, exhibited by Jeff and Candace Collada of Thurmont, Maryland. And ninth in the class, to entry 108, Grandview Reynolds Recoup, exhibited by Kevin and Meta Jeffries of Rockville, Maryland. Congratulations to our Ayrshire exhibitors. Now in the ring in our Ayrshire show is our fall yearling class. Ayrshire exhibitors, following this class, will move into our selection of junior champion female. We need all of those heifers that were first or second here this morning in the makeup area. Once again, at Ayrshire exhibitors, we need those heifers competing for junior champion at ringside. Jersey Show exhibitors, our senior 2-year-olds are in the ring. We need our junior 3-year-olds to the makeup area. Once again, Jersey exhibitors, please bring your junior 3-year-olds to ringside. In our Southern National Ayrshire Show ring, Judge Goldenberg's completed his placing in our fall yearling class. Second in the class is entry number 119, Locust Spring AG Tiki Time, exhibited by Abigail Reen, Sarah Hill, and Bella Rail of Lincoln, Vermont. Winning the class is entry number 118, Baker's Fashion Dice, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. Congratulations. Judge Goldenberg, your thoughts on our fall yearlings.
They say the cream rises to the top, and these two heifers I have in first and second place are very, very similar heifers. I think the heifer in first just has a little bit more strength through that crop and front end today for me than this second place heifer does today, and that's about the only difference. She might be a bit cleaner in her bone too than our second place heifer, but very similar kind of heifers. Second over third on overall balance throughout. She's so much wider throughout. She's so much deeper in her fore as well as rear rib, and walking on a nicer set of feet and legs than our third place heifer. Third over fourth and of extreme extension. She's deeper in the heart. She's a longer made heifer, and she's a bit thinner through the thigh than our fourth place heifer. Fourth over fifth today, a heifer that just a little bit longer, a little bit farther along, a little bit more mature for a senior yearling for me today than this heifer in fifth.
Congratulations to the winner of our fall yearling class, entry number 118, Baker's Fashion Dice, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. Second in the class, entry 119, Locust Spring AG Tiki Time, exhibited by Abigail Reen, Sarah Hill, and Bella Roll of Lincoln, Vermont. Third in the class, entry 120, Twin County Bad and Bougie, exhibited by Jesse and Kylie Muse of Etoll, Kentucky. Fourth, entry 117, Acclaimed Reagan Rain, exhibited by Joe Gibbs of Epworth, Iowa. Fifth in the class, entry 116, Cimarron Valley Are Miss Me, exhibited by Cimarron Valley Farm of Tryon, Oklahoma. And sixth in the class, entry 122, Cimarron Valley Are Maya, exhibited by Cimarron Valley Farm and MJ Genetics of Tryon, Oklahoma. Now entering the ring are those heifers competing for junior champion of our Southern National Ayrshire Show. We want to reintroduce those animals and exhibitors to you as they come into our ring. There were 5 summer calves. Our winner was entry number 10, D.A.R. Locken Nalani, exhibited by Mallory Carson and Gabe Elliott and Alex Bland of Bloomington, Indiana. Second in that class was entry number 12, England Are You Dialed In, exhibited by Peyton Wright of DeKalb Junction, New York. There were 12 spring calves. Our winner was entry number 19, Martin Place, Reynolds, Georgia, exhibited by Megan Crusoe of Gorham, Maine. Second in the class was entry number 21, Baker's Fashion Ariel, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. There were 16 winter calves. Our winner was entry number 47, Bricker Farms King Cadence, exhibited by Bailey and Tate Comar of Highsville, Kentucky. Second in the class went to number 34, Lie Woodair Reynolds Glamour, exhibited by Emily Good of Liberty, Kentucky. We had 12 fall calves. Our winner was entry number 61, Good View Dynamic Gala, exhibited by Lydia Rasmussen of Seymour, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 73, Shocking Reagan's Ace, exhibited by Shocking Genetics, Katie Schultz, Jeff McKissick of Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. There were 9 summer yearlings. Our winner was entry 9005, Kolaski Farms Reynolds Willow, exhibited by Emily Noyan of Bondwell, Wisconsin. Second in the class, entry number 81, Milk and Air Auto Okie Dokie, exhibited by Milk and Air Dairy of Two Rivers, Wisconsin. In our spring yearling class, there were 11 entries. Our winner was entry number 96, Martin Place Jamaica Ginny, exhibited by Allie Landry of Gorham, Maine. Second in the class, to entry number 23, Glamour View Melios Blaine E.T., exhibited by Glamour View Farm, Yeager and Walton of Walker's Mill, Maryland. There were 9 winter yearlings. Our winner was entry number 112, Old Bankston J.C. Boomerang, exhibited by Braxton Steinlage and Bruce Rooster Brothers of Lawler, Iowa. Second in the class, entry number 60, Blue Spruce Auto Spice, exhibited by Caleb Cole and Carter Cruzy, Lynn Lee and Cooper Schulte of Dyersville, Iowa. And there were 6 fall yearlings. Our winner was entry 118, Baker's Fashion Dice, exhibited by Brantley Baker of Huntington, Indiana. Second in the class, entry number 119, Locust Spring AG Tiki Time, exhibited by Abigail Reen, Sarah Hill, and Bella Roll of Lincoln, Vermont. These are the heifers and exhibitors in competition for our junior champion title of the Southern National Ayrshire Show. Congratulations to all of our Ayrshire exhibitors on an outstanding heifer show here this morning. And in our Southern National Ayrshire show ring, Judge Goldenberger has pulled out his 5 heifers in final contention for the title of Junior Champion. They're the cream of the crop of our 80 heifers that were exhibited here this morning. Nate, your thoughts on your heifers pulled out in the middle of the ring and your selection for Junior Champion?
Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, give these exhibitors and breeders a huge round of applause. I like to kill time. They made me hurry yesterday, so I'm going to say a few things first. I commend the 2 judges in the other ring. I had a lot to do with Ryan Crollo getting to where he is today. If it wasn't for me, he couldn't judge a cow. Believe me if you want. Don't believe me if you want. He worked for me when he was a snot-nosed kid, and I told him he made a huge mistake when he picked his associate judge. He needed to pick a little person that made him look better. But he picked a big, tall, smart guy, quite a cowman in his own right. He's never worked for me, but 30, 40 years ago, his dad worked for me. One of the best people I ever had help fed cattle. So I know that the genetics is there. Congratulations to both of you. I'm honored to be in the same ring with you. I'm glad you both exceeded me. Now back to the Ayrshire ring. I pulled out 4 or 5 heifers. This March calf just blew the class away. She is so balanced. She is so pretty. She is so clean in her bone and walking on a beautiful, beautiful set of feet and legs. And she needed to be out here. Not that I generally win with the March calf and the quality show that we have today, but she needed to be out here. Then I brought my senior calf out here, and thank the Lord she's acting right for a change, because she is quite a specimen in her own right. So balanced, so deep in her fore and rear rib. Such a beautiful head and neck, walking on a tremendous set of feet and legs. Then I brought out my 2 summer yearlings, 2 heifers that just exude quality throughout. Both of them open in the rib, both of them long-necked, both of them dairy, silky-hided heifers, walking on a tremendous set of feet and legs. And then I brought my spring yearling out here, a heifer that just is so balanced. Again, a heifer walking on a great set of feet and legs. Again, give these exhibitors a round of applause, and then I will go out and I'll select my junior champion, honorable mention, or reserve and honorable mention in that order. Please give them a round. They don't get much better than this. And I don't know what's been at any other show in the country. And there's your show. I'm not an Ayrshire guy. I don't watch Ayrshire shows. I'm even shocked I'm judging this show. And I've had the time of my life out here doing it. But I'm going to make this spring yearling my junior champion today. She just is so complete for me. She's so balanced. She's so daring. She's walking on a fabulous set of feet and legs. And I'm not taking anything away from my summer calf or summer yearling, whatever you want to call her out here. She's so open in her rib structure. Again, walking on a tremendous set of feet and legs. And then we have this March calf out here that just blew this class out of the water, and she had to be recognized for something. She's got a bright future ahead of her. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does next year. I hope she does everything I think she can do, because I think she can be standing in the middle of any ring in the entire world. I like her that much. Congratulations. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored. I don't know if I have any group classes left, but if I don't, thank you again.
Congratulations to the junior champion of the 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show. She's our winning spring yearling, entry number 96, Martin Place, Jamaica Ginny, exhibited by Allie Landry of Gorham, Maine. Our reserve junior champion of the show was our winning summer yearling, entry 9005, Pulaski Farms Reynolds Willow, exhibited by Emily Noyen of Bondwell, Wisconsin. And our honorable mention junior champion was our winning spring calf, entry number 19, Martin Place, Reynolds, Georgia, exhibited by Megan Caruso of Gorham, Maine. Congratulations. We're going to take some pictures. And yes, Nate, you do have a junior best 3 class. Ayrshire exhibitors, if you have a junior best 3 group, we need those animals into the ring. We also have a few other awards to announce. Our premier breeder of the Southern National Ayrshire Show, congratulations to Top Glen Farms of West Salem, Ohio. Our premier exhibitor, congratulations to Peter Vale, Mile High Genetics, Englewood, Florida. And our herdsman award to Cimarron Valley Farm of Tryon, Oklahoma. Congratulations to all those exhibitors. We'd love to have a picture of your representatives up here in the ring. And at this time, we'll move into our junior best 3 female class. Ayrshire exhibitors, if you have a junior best 3 group for the ring, now is the time. We're going to move promptly through the end of the show. We're going to start our Holstein show promptly at 10:30. Holstein show exhibitors. We're going to start with our milk and yearlings at 10:30. Over in our All-American Jersey show, our judge is making a second lineup. In our senior 2-year-old class, Jersey show exhibitors, your junior 3-year-olds should be at ringside. Jersey show, we need your junior 3-year-olds in the makeup area. Once again, Hosting show exhibitors, we'll be starting our show at 10:30. We need your milk and yearlings to ringside. Hosting show exhibitors, we need your milk and yearlings at the ring. And to conclude our 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show, we have one group out here in our Junior Best 3 Males class. Congratulations to the Bakers of Huntington, Indiana, and their winning Junior Best 3 group. Judge, your thoughts on our final class?
This group is anchored by the winning senior yearling and a very, very fine heifer, and the other two heifers follow suit very nicely as well. Well worthy of that blue ribbon. Congratulations. And again, thank you so much for having me. What an honor.
Congratulations again to the Bakers, Huntington, Indiana. They're winning Junior Best 3 group. That concludes our 2025 Southern National Ayrshire Show. Thank you to Judge Nate Goldenberg. Thank you to all of our Ayrshire exhibitors for having the cattle here so promptly over 2 days. We appreciate it. And congratulations on a great show.